usual, a letter ball of some sort, or if you don't have a letter ball, like a rolled up pair of socks. Remember, preferably something that's interesting for your eyes to look at, so something that's patterned. And then just 2 pencils, 2 cooking utensils, something that's easy for you to hold. Great. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, awesome. Oh, you know what? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, good. Making sure the recording was going. Okay, and then as always for this class, especially when we get into some of the visual and vestibular work, just being mindful to move at your own pace. Remember, it's okay if you get a little dizzy, a little nauseous, watery eyes, itchy eyes, that sort of a thing. But that also means that you've met your edge. So once you meet your edge, once you experience any of those handful of things, go ahead and take a break, grab some water. You can close your eyes. That usually also helps reset the nervous system. Yeah, and then jumping back into things. Yeah, and I'm also the Wi-Fi recently has been wildly frustrating. It looks like my video is just slightly lagging. I'm hoping that that's not too distracting, but it sounds like you can hear me. If that gets, you know what? Hang on, let me just make sure. I'm going to close a couple more screens and just see if that helps. You never know with this stuff what kind of thing is going to help. As I said, I'm getting a Wi-Fi extender, so I'm hoping that will help with some of these problems I've been having the past few weeks. Just slightly lagging. Okay, great. Alrighty. So let's come back to a seated or standing grounding position of some sort. And we'll just start with a few shoulder circle rolls. Just wiggling the ribs around. If you're standing, you can wiggle the legs around or the hips. Just coming into your body, feeling how everything is feeling. Okay. And then we'll come to a still position and we'll close the eyes. And then finding your breath. And we've been playing with that box breathing the past few weeks. So we're just going to do that for one more week, and then I'm going to change it next week, and we're going to start with a new kind of breath work. So last week of the box breathing, just as a reminder for this box breathing, how it works is you're going to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold for 4. And if it helps you to put your hands on your low belly, seeing if that's where you can direct most of your breath, and you can bring your hands to that area. Okay, and when you're ready, we'll take an inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And hold. Good. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And hold. One more time. Inhale. And hold. Exhale. And hold. Good. You can resume back to normal breathing. Just kind of noticing how the body's feeling. Finding a part of you that's connected either to the floor or to the seat of your chair. So whether that's your feet or your sit bones or your back. And just imagining drawing that straight line from that area of your body all the way down into the ground. Go ahead and set your intention for class today. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Awesome. Alrighty, we're just gonna start with a little bit of face work here. So we'll just start, instead of doing our typical head scratch that we do, I'm gonna have you use either more of the tips of your fingers or your knuckles, if that's more accessible. You can always lower your head down if that's easier. And you're just gonna mobilize more of the skin and the muscles on the top of your scalp. So I'm holding my hands in one position and I'm kind of circling my fingers around to mobilize the skin in each area. I do maybe 5 or 6 moving circles, and then I find a new part of my skull and I move around. And you're just noticing what parts of your skin don't feel as mobile. So you're probably going to notice parts that feel a little stiffer for you. Maybe spend an extra few seconds on those. Remember, we have fascia and muscles that come all up over this area. So not only are we giving those areas a little bit of a massage, but we're mobilizing some of those stiff areas. And remember, all of these areas connect going down through the rest of your body. So sometimes doing any kind of a scalp release can actually help release some tension and even some pain down through the jaw, the neck, the chest, and the shoulders. Okay, so just a good thing to keep in your back pocket when you need it. Okay, we'll release that. Let's shake the arms and the hands out. Create a little bit of heat for me. Okay, and then we're gonna take this off for a second. We're gonna grab our earlobes and we're gonna pull just gently down and back behind us. Just holding that gentle pull. Maybe taking a breath into your low belly. Good. And then you're going to take your fingers and or your knuckles and stick them just into the very superficial area of your ear hole. And then you're going to, if you can, grab the backs of your ears and you're going to massage your ears in circles. Really slow, really gentle. Yep, and then switching directions. Helping to stimulate some of the cranial nerves, helping to calm the nervous system here. Yeah, and relax. Okay, good. And just notice if that area feels a little different for you. We'll bring fingertips to the eyebrows. And again, I'm fingertips or knuckles. And again, I'm just doing a light massage over the eyebrows. Just kind of moving and circular movements. You can close your eyes, that might be a little bit more comfortable, but just whatever is comfortable for you. Again, a light pressure. We hold a lot of tension in here, especially when we're concerned or upset or angry, right? We furrow our eyebrows. Just giving a little movement to that area. Yeah. And then go and release that. And again, just notice how that area is feeling for you. And then we're going to find our cheekbone drag. So soft fists coming to the tops of the cheekbones, dragging your fist down towards your jaw. Try to stay in the soft tissue. If you feel anything painful or crunchy, either back off or make sure that your hands are in the soft tissue part and not directly over your bones. Let your jaw go slack here. You can even make a sound. We're going to do a little bit more sound making today. But just finding that release there. Yeah. And then shake the hands out. Okay. And now we're gonna do some facial expressions. Okay, again, don't worry, nobody can see you except me for the most part. Okay, but you're gonna do like a E. Okay, so showing all of your teeth, and I want you to make that E sound. E, yeah. And I want you to sucker your lips and make fish lips. So sucking the centers of your cheeks inwards towards each other. And then E, and then fish lips. Mhm. E, and then fish lips. One more time. E, and then fish lips. Okay, good. Okay. This is gonna get a little bit more silly. I want you to growl now, okay? So you can even do like claws with your hands if that feels more exciting for you. But I want you to do, and I'm again, I can't hear you here, but I want you to do your best growl, like "Arr," like you're angry, you're a cat, a lion, or a tiger. Channel that inner feline cat. Arr. Try not to grind your teeth, just make that angry face. Arr. Yep. And then I want you to blow up the inside of your cheeks with air. Like a big puffer fish. Hold that. Good. Growl. Arr. Yeah. And then blow up your cheeks. Few more times. Arr. That's it. And then puffer cheeks. Mhm. One more time. And then puffer cheeks. Okay, good. Really hard not to laugh for that one. Okay, really nice, everybody. Okay, we'll come to the hands. So let's give the hands a rub. Rubbing the knuckles, the back of the hands, rubbing the wrists. Yeah. And then doing a washing your hands motion, like you're trying to rub soap all over your hands. Good. And then you're going to take one finger, and if you're able to, you're going to roll the bones out. So I'm grabbing at the base of my thumb, and I'm rolling back and forth, maybe 4 times back and forth. And I'm going to come to the fingernail, and I'm going to press around the whole tip of the finger and the fingernail. And then I'm going to work my way down and do that with each finger. If grip strength is hard for you, I want you to use your knuckles, and you're just gonna rub as much of the lower part of that finger as you can. And then you can even press each fingertip against your lap, again, if you have access to that, using your knuckle. Okay, so you're still getting a little bit of pressure in through your fingertips or in through the bones of your fingers. Okay, so however you're doing that, working your way down your hand. If you're already onto the other hand, that's great. I'm teaching my hands and feet workshop tonight. I'll drop the link at the end of class into the chat box. It's 5 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be going over a little bit of this. We're going to be going over why the hands and feet are so important, some of the neurology behind there, the nervous system underlying everything. And then we're going to go through a whole bunch of feet and hand stretches, massages, and exercises. A lot of this will look familiar for you because we've done it in class, but there might be some new stuff for you also. Okay, good. Go ahead and shake the hands and the wrists out. Okay, and then moving on to the elbows. So I want you to circle the hands around the elbows. Yeah. And then switching directions. Good. And then coming to the shoulders, I just want you to start with a shrug up as high as you can, and then a shrug down. Shrug up as high as you can, shrug down. Good. Shrug, excuse me, shrug up as high as you can. I want you to breathe into your low, low belly. And then exhale, shrug down. Yeah, inhale, shrug up, breathe into the low belly. And then exhale down. Good. One more like that. Shrug up, inhale, and shrug down. Good. Now you're going to roll the shoulders and the hands and the arms forward. And I just want you to lower your head like you're feeling really sad today. Yeah, so kind of shrugging or rolling everything forward. And then I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades, stick the chest out, pull the hands behind you, palms are facing up. Roll everything forward, look down. Emphasizing the shoulder roll though. And then roll everything back and look up. Yeah, roll everything forward, look down, roll everything back, pinch between those shoulder blades. One more time, roll everything forward and roll everything back. Yeah, good. Okay, working on some alternating. So I'm gonna have you shrug up the left shoulder and then shrug down the right shoulder. Yeah, and you'll kind of notice your body is coming into a natural side bend to the right. And then you're gonna switch, shrug up the left shoulder, down the right, and you naturally side bend, or sorry, other way around, and you're naturally side bending to the left. Shrug the left shoulder up, side bend, shrug the right shoulder up and side bend. So one shoulder shrugging up, the other shrugging down. So feel that oppositional shrug and unshrug of the shoulders. And then see if you can start to make that side bend a little bit bigger. Inhale to side bend and exhale center. Keep moving with the shoulders, side bend and center. Yep. Side bend, center, last one. Side bend and center. Good. We're going to start to add a rotation to that now. So just doing a normal side bend, not worrying as much about the shoulders. So side bend to the left. Yeah. And then I want you keeping your hips facing forward, whether you're seated or standing. I want you to rotate the center of your chest down towards the floor and bring your arms out into a T. Okay, so you're like flying an airplane down to the floor. Stay in that side bend. Rotate up to the ceiling. Yeah, arms are outstretched still. And then back to the center. Keep the arms in a T and then pull yourself back up. Yeah, so arms will stay in that T, palms facing forward the whole time. Side bend to the right. Rotate the chest down to the ground and up to the ceiling and back to the center and pull yourself upright. Yep. Rotate left, or sorry, side bend left, I'm losing my words. Rotate down, rotate up, back to the center, pull yourself up. Side bend right, rotate down, rotate up, and pull yourself up. Yeah, let's do that one more time each side. Side bend, rotate down, rotate up, and center. Side bend, rotate down, rotate up, and then center. Awesome. We'll interlace the fingers, reaching up towards the sky, or just reaching the hands up. And then shift your body weight forward and find that our slow articulation down. Let your head hang heavy at the bottom. Go as low as you can. If you need to support your hands on your thighs, you can do that too. And just let your head hang here. And I want you to start by shaking your head no. So shaking your head left to right. Okay. And then come back to the center and slowly roll yourself back up, reaching the arms back up to the sky at the top. Yeah, one more time, articulating down. Let that head hang heavy. Nod your head yes. Up, down, up, and down. Good. And then let it hang heavy again and roll yourself back up. Good. Opening the arms, interlacing the fingers behind the back, or just reaching the hands behind you and looking up. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna rest hands on the thighs. And for my standing athletes, you're gonna be in this kind of crouch down position, knees are bent, and I'm still resting all of the weight on the tops of my knees, okay? So in that position here, we're gonna play a little bit more with the shoulders. I'm gonna have you pivot, so as keeping your hands there, as if someone just called your name over your left shoulder, you're gonna look over the left shoulder, pushing the right hand into the right thigh, if that's there for you. Yep. Elbows will stay straight if you can, and then coming back to the center. That's it. Okay, looking over the right shoulder, like someone just called your name over the right shoulder, pressing into that knee with the opposite hand, and then coming back to the center. Yep. Looking over the left shoulder, center, looking over the right shoulder, and center. One more each time. So the reason this one is kind of nice is because I'm using my hand. You can also use your elbow here, pushing into my thigh to give my ribs on the opposite side an extra bit of length and stretch. And then back to the center. So that's why you're kind of pushing in and we're opening up that bottom part of the ribs and the torso there. Good. And then back to the center and all the way up. Yeah, let's shake everything out again. Okay, we're gonna do a quick body tapping and then we'll get going here. So let's just tap, making sure I'm not hitting the microphone. Let's just start by tapping the chest. Find your gorilla. And then starting to work down the rib, the sides of the ribs, sides of the torso. You're gonna go all the way down through the legs, down the outside of the legs, and then up the inside of the legs, softer up through the belly, up through the chest. Find your gorilla. See if you can go all the way to the end of your breath. And then finding the taps going down the sides of the torso, the sides of the leg, hitting the foot if you're able to, and up the insides of the leg. Across the belly area, giving that little rub, maybe a little scratch. Yep, one more time. There we go. Okay, gorilla. Going down the sides of the trunk, sides of the legs, and then up the insides, giving the belly a scratch or a rub. Sometimes using the fingernails to actually scratch the belly, as if you were a little monkey, can actually help stimulate some of the soft tissue, the muscles, the fascia, going down the chain, meaning in your legs, and going up the chain into your lats. So if you find you have like a spasm either in your leg or in your trunk as you scratch your body, it's just a really good thing to be mindful of. I have a few clients that when they pull themselves up into an upright position, they actually scratch their bellies to help them do that. Yeah, so if you're finding you've got a good response when you do that, that's a good tool to use. Okay, getting distracted here. Let's grab your letter ball or letter ball shaped object of some sort. Okay, for those of you that have been playing with me for a while, I'm gonna have you go right into it. I'm gonna explain the game if there's any new people on here, and then I'm just gonna layer on once today, and we're gonna bring in some brain games to the letter ball. Okay, so just as a reminder for folks who are new, so holding the letter ball in front of your chest, you're gonna pull that letter ball at any angle around your body that you'd like. You'll look at the ball, you'll say the first letter or number that you see, and then you pull it back into the chest. Pull it away from your body at a different angle, say the first letter or number that you see, and pull it back in. Pull it away at a different angle, say the first letter number, and pull it back in. And you're just gonna continue doing that. If you're able to throw the ball around you, you can do that too. So I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna catch the ball at different angles around my body and do the same thing. Say the first letter number I see, catch it, catch it at a different angle around my body, say the first letter or number that I see. You can bounce it off of the floor. You could throw it against a wall or with a partner. For folks where grip strength is challenging, I've got an inflatable, it's probably about a 12-inch ball or so, but I've deflated it by maybe about 30 or 40% so that I can grip it with one hand. And you don't need full grip strength to grip it, especially when it's deflated like this. So that's always an option for you too if you're finding that you're having a hard time gripping the ball that you're using. Okay, for those of you that have been playing for a while, I'm going to layer on. When you catch a letter, let me make sure I'm saying this right. When you catch a letter, if it's a consonant, okay, I want you to go down the alphabet. So if I catch a D, I want you to find the first consonant after D. So that would be F, A, B, C, D, E, F. And I would say F instead of D, okay? So for any letter, whatever letter you catch, say the first consonant after that letter. For any number that you catch, you're going to, let's subtract 4 today. So if I catch a 5, I would say 1. If I catch a 13, I would say 9. Okay? So one more time. For the letter, you're going to go up 1 consonant in the alphabet from whatever letter you catch. For the number, you're going to subtract 4. Okay? And that's the number that you're going to say aloud when you catch the ball. And you're still trying to play this game as quickly as you can. Catch, do the math, make the calculation, and then say the answer. Subtracting 4 or saying the first consonant after. Yeah. Do about 10 or so more throws. Making sure that you're catching that or moving that ball around all the angles of your body, behind you, above you, to the side, down by your knees or your feet. Surprise yourself, make it harder. Yeah, okay. Once you've done those 10 or so throws, go ahead and set that letter ball down. I just want to jump right into some visual and vestibular work, and then we'll end with a little bit more spinal mobility here and coordination work. Okay, good. So once you've done those 10, yeah, no rush. I'm just gonna have you, I'm just gonna have you grab one of your pencils. Make sure that's plugged in. Okay, great. Grab one of your pencils. We're gonna do some pencil push-ups. We did these last week, so we're just gonna move through this fairly quickly. If you know what you're doing, go ahead and go right into those pencil push-ups. Remember to take your glasses off if you can still see the pencil clearly at arm's distance in front of you. I'm gonna have you do, if you know what you're doing and if you've done this before, maybe do 30 or so pencil push-ups. If you get dizzy, nauseous, do less, take a break. And remember, the faster that you move that pencil, the harder it becomes. If you want to make it harder, if this feels too easy for you, you can move your head around as you do the pencil push-ups, or you can spin in your chair or spin in your body as you do the pencil push-ups. Okay, for those of you just joining, I'm just gonna walk you through this. So eyes come to the tip of the pencil, arms distance out in front of you. You're slowly gonna pull that pencil into your face. It's okay if the pencil goes blurry, but once you start to see two pencils, pull it away from your face. Slowly pull it into your face. When you start to see two pencils, pull it away from your face. If you don't see two pencils, and if you can bring that pencil all the way into your nose and still only see one pencil, then that's awesome. So just keep doing that. If you have a less dominant eye and you know which eye that is, you can cover your more dominant eye and you could do the pencil push-ups just with that eye. For folks that are blind and visually impaired here, I'm just going to bring you into some more neck mobility. So I want you to tuck your chin into your throat and then look up, tilt your head up, slide your lower jaw forward. Tilt your head down, trying to tuck that chin into your throat as much as you can. I'm really exaggerating that here. And then head goes up, slide the lower jaw forward. Yeah. When you tilt the head up, be mindful that we're not throwing the head back. It's a controlled tilt back, and my shoulders stay in a good position where my abdominals can support the muscles in the front of the neck. Yeah, so if you're doing those head movements, just kind of be mindful of your range of motion there. Okay, if you're doing the pencil push-ups, you might be through your 30 or so repetitions. And if so, go ahead and take a break. Okay, great. We're going to come into some VOR. Yes, Serdon, that's real. This would be a very challenging class otherwise. Okay, where was I going? VOR. Okay, so still holding that pencil out in front of you. Folks that are blind or visually impaired are going to be doing the same thing as us. You just won't have a pencil out in front of you. Everybody else, you're going to be looking at the tip of the pencil. Your eyes stay on the pencil, and you're going to start to shake your head no. Okay, so shaking your head left to right, keeping the eyes on the tip of the pencil the whole time. You're only going to move your head, or let me rephrase that. You're trying to move your head as far as you can and as quickly as you can, where that pencil tip still stays in focus. Okay, if you're finding that it starts to go blurry, you can slow your speed down or you can slow your range of motion down. Yeah, there we go. Nice, Lynn, that looks good. Yeah. And making sure you're turning your head, if you can, equally in both directions, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Are you favoring a certain direction? Yeah, so I'm just gonna watch people here because sometimes I see some funky things. Yeah, Patty, that looks good. Barbara, that looks good. Dinah, that looks good. Stella. Benjamin, see if you can pull your head a little bit more to the right. Unless there's something going on I'm not aware of. There you go. Yeah, you were favoring the left a little bit. Yep, there we go. Okay, good. And everybody relax. Remember, because now that we're working the vestibular system, if you're dizzy or nauseous or not feeling great, close your eyes, take a break, find your breath, grab some water. Okay. If you are feeling good, we're going to go into the VOR, going up and down. So now looking at the tip of the pencil, nodding your head yes. Like a really exaggerated yes. You're really excited about something. What are you excited about saying yes to? Imagine that thing. Yeah, eyes on the tip of the pencil. Remember, the faster you go, the harder this becomes. And the further you go up and down, also the harder it becomes. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, you're doing the same thing, you're just not, obviously your eyes aren't focused on the pencil. Your head is just moving in those directions. You're still working your vestibular system, doing it that way. Yeah, maybe do about 10 or so more. Just watching people here, that looks pretty good. Yep. Okay, good. And then I want you to find a diagonal. Okay, so head, as if your nose and your head were doing the disco. Eyes stay on the pencil. Nose and head go up and to the left, down and to the right. Up, left, down, right. Up, left, down, right. Yeah, the angles of this one can be kind of challenging. Sometimes just the coordination of the head and neck is hard enough for this one to do, let alone keeping your eyes focused on the pencil. Up and left, down and right. Point your nose up and left, point your nose down and right. Your nose points up left, your nose points down and right. But your eyes stay on the pencil the whole time. There we go, that looks better. Yeah, Diana, that looks a little bit better. The faster you go, this harder this becomes. Just do a few more here. Yes, yes, yes. And then we're going to switch directions. Last one, I promise, and then we'll come back to some full body work. Nose points up and to the right, down and to the left. Up, right, down, left. Up, right, down, left. Up, right, down, left. Yep, nice, nice. Remember to find that point with the nose. The nose points upright, the nose points down left. Upright, down left. Eyes stay on the pencil. Yeah, Patty, keep your eyes on the pencil if you can. Yeah, yeah, there you go, there you go. Yeah, and you might have been doing it right. It's just hard to see from my angle. Good. Maybe do 5 or 6 more. Yeah, yeah, good. Really good. Nice work, everybody. Okay. Okay. Gonna give your eyes and your inner ears a little bit of a break there. You can set the pencil down. Let's give the arms a big shake. You can give the legs a big shake if you're standing. And we're going to bring fingertips to that area just under the collarbones and finding a tapping, that light tapping. Yeah, and as you do that, I'm just going to have you roll yourself forward and down. If that's safe for you to do so while you're tapping. I'm not going all the way down. I'm just going about halfway. And then I'm coming back up. Yeah, let's add a hum to that. Take an inhale and hum. Let's just do one more. One more half roll down. And back up. Really nice. Okay, let's get the shoulders moving again. So just coming into a backstroke motion. Stretching all the way out through the fingers, really exaggerating that backstroke pull behind you. There we go. Okay, good. And then both arms are gonna come up. Okay, to sustain this one, if having your arms high is kind of challenging, you can always lower your arms down to about shoulder height. Okay, so that's an option for you. You're gonna start by drawing a um, a vertical figure eight, vertical infinity sign, with both arms. So those arms are moving at the same pace and they're moving with each other. Horizontal, or I'm sorry, vertical figure eight with both of your arms. If you can only do this with one of your arms, that's totally fine. Yeah, just getting into a rhythm there. That looks good. Okay, now keep moving in actually, hang on, before we do that, go ahead and switch directions. Switch directions with those figure eights. Arms are already getting tired here. Okay. And then come back to the center or back upright. And now you're going to go in different directions. So one arm is going to go in one direction for the figure eight. And the other arm is going to go in the other direction for the figure eight. Oh gosh. Oh, this is a hard one for my brain today. It's almost like your hands become a windmill in a sense. Yeah, good. Just do a few more, really having to focus for this one. Yeah, and then shake the arms out and relax. Okay, good. Okay, good. We'll just do one sequence of tapping here. So both hands, I'm gonna have you tap your thighs, your chest, and your head. We're just gonna start with that. Thighs, chest, head. Thighs, chest, head. Thighs, chest, head. Okay. So I want you to continue that pattern with your right hand. So pause your left hand. And then we're going to do the opposite pattern with the left hand. So as the right hand touches the thigh, the other hand touches your head. They both touch the chest and then they switch. They switch, they both touch the chest and then they switch. Really having to focus today for these ones. There we go. And then can you switch directions with that? Yeah, let me make sure I'm getting this right. Let's see. So you're just going in the exact opposite direction that you just were. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, this way. My lefts and my rights are going to be mixed up if I tell you what to do. So you're going to have to figure this out out on your own. Uh-huh. Last one. Okay, good. Okay. So let's finish. We'll bring the arms up overhead. And I want you to touch without looking. In fact, I'm going to have you close your eyes. Yeah, if overhead is hard in front of you, you're just going to bring your arms directly out in front of you instead of overhead. I want you to try to touch all the tips of your fingers together at the same time. And if you're only lifting one hand, I want you to bring that hand to the very top of your head. So fingertips come to the top of your head. Yep, or fingertips touching up top and then lowering the arms down. And again, you're not looking. And you're just lowering the arms and lifting, and you're trying to touch either the fingertips together all at the same time, the fingertips to the head if you're going single arm, or if it's hard for you to touch your fingertips together, I want you to touch your knuckles together. Mhm. And just do that a few times. We're just playing with your proprioception here. Can your fingertips or can your knuckles line up with each other without you looking? With your eyes closed, how close do you get? Mhm. Eyes are closed, make sure there's no peeking. You might notice it might be getting a little easier with each repetition, or maybe it's not, that's okay too. Good, and last one. Awesome, and relax, go and shake everything out one more time. Okay, let's just find a nice twisting rotation. Knuckles tap the opposite low back. If that's there for you, they can also tap your chair or just the side of your body if that's more accessible. Yeah, doing this one standing feels nice if you're able to stand. Giving the kidneys a little bit of love. And then coming back to the center. Alrighty. We'll come back to a grounded position. We'll close the eyes. Finding your breath again. We'll just finish with a few box breathing. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Good. Go and return back to normal breathing. Just feeling your body, notice how things are feeling right now compared to the beginning of class. Go ahead and think of one thing you're grateful for today. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Alrighty, awesome. Thank you so much for coming today, everybody. I will stick around for questions. I'm going to go ahead and grab the link for the workshop tonight. And then as always, if you'd like to donate, if you'd like to donate to BORP, we'll post that link down in the chat box. Any and all donations are very much so appreciated. And I think that's it. I'm going to grab that link for you. Yeah, of course. And then I'll take any questions. How's everyone feeling?
Good. Very good.
Good. Good. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, of course.
See you later. Bye.
Sounds good. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so I'm just going to post that link in the chat box. There you go. If you can't make it live, remember you can still sign up and then you'll receive a recording of the workshop the next morning. So that would be Friday morning. Cool. Thanks, Lynn. Great. Any questions? Awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
The link, someone was asking about the link for tonight, so.
Oh, yeah. Did that go through? Can you see that link?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I can see it.
Yeah, great. Okay, awesome.
Okay.
All right, well, hey, have a great rest of your week, everybody. And wait, sorry, one big reminder. I'm going away with my family next week. So we actually, this class will be canceled next Thursday. So yes, if you don't get an email, Sarah Dawn, will we maybe send out a reminder with that, or okay?
I'll send the reminder email and just put in there that it's, 1 week off or canceled for next Thursday.
Okay.
No problem. Yep, I'll remember.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Yeah, but for folks that, this class feels really good, go back and take a recording. You can either take this week's recording and just do it again next week, see how you feel comparatively between the 2 times. You can go back a month, you can go back 8 months. We've been doing this class for a while.